industrial techno production. I guess that's today's video. Let's get it right now. Yo, what's up, I'm Mental Kitchen, and thank you for checking out yet another video. Now, if this is your first time here, don't hesitate to click subscribe, hit that notification bell, because whenever I upload a new video, you'll be kept in the loop. You won't miss out on anything. Hang out to the end of the video. I'll tell you all about Discord. I'll tell you all about Patreon. I'll tell you all about how you can support yours truly if you like what you hear and you love what you see. So stay tuned. So when you think of the genre, you have to go back to 1991, because apart from Detroit techno that everybody knows and which originated like in the late 80s in Detroit, there was another subgenre that erupted in 1991, and this is called industrial techno. Now, in Berlin, there was this one club called Tresor. They started a record label where they released that kind of stuff that was really going down on the dance floor at that time. Industrial, really underground kind of sound. You have to imagine the wall just collapsing in Berlin, the East and the West just joining up together. So it was like a new time for new sounds, for new insights, and everything was really, really cool and crazy at that time. Now, this genre has developed and has evolved since then, and names that come to mind when you're listening to this kind of techno are Surgeon, very cool with his octatrack, by the way. Anthony Child, he's a really cool guy. I saw him play in Rotterdam at Rotterdam Rave at one point, had a cool conversation with him talking about modular and nerdy stuff, so it was all cool. Robert Hood was playing it that same day actually. Helena Hauff is another artist that I need to mention, as well as Jeff Mills, the one king of the 909 drum computer. I will take the Moog for a spin, I'll take the TB-03 for a spin. Yes, Slim, it's back. And the multi-clock is back as well. So I am actually approaching this from a different flow because my lifestyle is changing, so you know all about this. By the way, links to the equipment is noted in the fold below. So if you see something that you like, go and check that out. Now, without further ado, let's head over to the live set and let's see if I can put some industrial money where my mouth is. Let's get it! What I have done this time is the Octatrack serves as a summing mixer for some other drums that I usually use the Akai for, but I'm contemplating on how I'm going to set stuff up, and I'm going to set it up in a way that it's going to be slimmed down a little bit more, but you'll see how it works. First, the thing with industrial techno is the one thing that you would want is a kick drum. So let's start there, yeah? As you can hear, there's reverb on my kick, and I've layered a few kicks. So let's go in, and so we'll go to program edit, and when we go to the envelopes, you'll see, or do the samples, let's go here. I've got like a kick on the first of the 4 slots on the MPC. This bank is bank E, so I've got like a lot of samples already as I'm working my way up in the same drum program, but going to different pages, and I'm setting up the drums I'm going to use for a song here. So I've got a kick here because now I did not map out any other drums on this Akai, because I'm actually going to work with the Octatrack as a drum module as well as a summing mixer, which is going to make sense in a second. What I've done, this kick is mapped to this little Fader Fox micro module LV2 over here. I've got the Blue Sky wired up to this bad boy over here, to the subsequent, and making an appearance again is the multi-clock over here and the TB-03, because obviously I don't want to make a long MIDI link connecting everything together. So on my, because I've only got 2 channels on the multi-clock wired up, on the second channel is the TB-03, which I have got set with a moderate overdrive, but the overdrive is only 11 o'clock, and it sounds like this. So this is polymeter, not mistaking this for a polyrhythm, they're different. So this is a polymeter, which means that it just keeps driving and gives you that hypnotic feel. And then on track 1, on channel 1 on the multi-clock is my drums, my drum setup. Now what I have on the first 4 tracks on the octa track is I've got my hi-hat, ride and bass note leveled up. Today I'm not using the minitar, so let's see what we have. Nice one. Now, as well, since the master of the Akai is going through the octa track, it's apparent that if I want to make a breakdown, that I can utilize this master track to have reverb on the cutoff filter as well. So if I'm opening this up, so you can make an impact that way. Go in and play ahead. Now the thing with this kind of vibe is that it's pretty much it's faster than usual, so I've got this on 132 BPM. 132 BPM to just get my flow going, get into the vibe. I like this. This is the nice one. Okay, now to get a little bit more of an industrial vibe going, I've got the subsequent playing something which is, well, it's something that is really going to take your mind into a different territory. This is not an overly musically produced kind of track, it's just adrenaline. So I've got this. Let's shorten the notes a little bit. Filter it down. And it becomes interesting when you start to add the blue sky to it. Nice one. Now in order to get a little bit more low end going, let's take out a kick and let's play a bass note on the second track. Boom. So this is filling up my bottom end because it's all about the kick and the adrenaline of the kick in terms together with what I've got going on over on the octa track right here. So, and then you can play around with the cutoff frequency obviously. Let's add a ride cymbal and add the kick back in like this. And this is all about getting a driving groove going, getting something really energetic. Take out the kick, 2, 3, play something with a clap. Now, the reason I use the multi-clock is cool because I go like this, 2, 3, take out that clap and go back in like boom. Nice one. Take out a little bit of reverb. Got a bigger reverb going on this side. Right out, clap in. Take out the kick, more reverb over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, go in. Now the trick with this kind of vibe as well is I've got different things also because you would use more industrial sounds. So if I would go in, say, I've got sounds like this. This is a sound that you can use maybe. So let's just play the beat. Mute this. Take out the clap. Maybe like this. You know, something weird. Let's record it. 1, 2. Yeah. I think it's a little bit on the loud side, so I'll go in to pad mute or pad mixer. Go here. It's over here. Let's turn it down. Yeah, okay. 7 dBs down. Nice. Kick out, right. let's find another maybe crazy sounds, because what I have, I mean, you have your sound design, obviously. I like to use samples, so I've got samples in my Akai, and I will look for sounds that I can manipulate. So let's go in and see if we can just, like, on the program page in my kick program here, I've got track 1 dedicated to the kick, but the second track has got extra drums. That's where I stick that. So let's go in and say assign samples. You can see there's a few pads already occupied. Let's go here and let's say browse. I keep hitting that stuff very, very hard. Let's not do it. Okay, I'll go to my USB where I've got my samples, and then I will just go and find my Techno packs. Got them over. Got them here. Ah, nice. Yep. Look for them, or maybe I can just go into my own sample pack. Shameless plug. I think my alter ego has put them on screen. Let's go into the percussive helpers sound pack that I've created. There's over 1,000 samples in there. We've got drum machine single shots. You've got lo-fi drums. Let's see what we have right here. This is what I don't understand. See, this is what I sometimes don't understand of the Akai. It can hang sometimes. It happened to me this week even. I loaded it up and nothing would work. So Akai, please hurry up with your update. Okay, what sound are we going to use? This one, yeah? Stick it here. We got it, sample exists, replace. Okay, this means we got it here. So how does those beats, how do they relate to the grand scheme of things? Record them straight in. Let's see what's happening. 1, 2. Now, the thing that I don't like about this particular, let's nudge it, I think it's a little bit too sparse. So what I will do is I will put a little bit of groove on there. Let's go out and listen to it in solo. 2, 3. So you can hear what's going on. I will go in, select everything, yeah, and then I will find the timing. Here, no. Find the timing, which is here. Yep, there we are. Now I will go in and put the swing on 54. Let's listen to it. So it's going to just only do the selected track. Here you go. Boop, boop. That's exaggerated, so you will hear it. If I will go back here. No. Me. Here you go. There you go. All right. So. Do it again. Start selected. Swing. Global timing. To all tracks. There you go. Yeah. Boom, boom. Okay, nice. So now it's not so that sparse. It's more of a groovy kind of feel. I like that sound, but at the same time, I think that I want to just go in and make it even a little bit more gritty. So let's just do a little bit of sound design on that sound, which means on the Akai we can select this pad. We'll go in and say what effect are we going to use. Can we modulation? Let's see what we have. So what we're going to do is add some distortion on it, which is this. And I think that with sounds like those, let's put it in solo. Go back to the pad, go back in, and put a little bit of reverb on there as well. So we'll go out, delay reverb. I'll go for the old school Akai professional reverb. Let's go see if we can find it here. Reverb large. Nice. Okay, we'll dry wet it a little bit. Put the dry wet on 20, yeah, 21, 22 maybe. All right, the early reflections, yeah, that's 50 is okay, but the pre-delay can be a little shorter. So with the pre-delay, well, first you hear the sound and then you hear the reverb. I would love to hear the reverb a little bit sooner, so I will go out and listen. Beep, boom. Now to create a little bit of space, let's go in for some panning as well. So same pad mixer. This one I'll stick over on the one side, and the other one I will stick also on a different direction as well. Here you go. Panning. Double click it. Nice. So I'm going to hit and arm the first of my tracks so that from the minute I'm going to release the crossfader, we got the train going. Now on the kick drum, which is a big thing with this kind of vibe, there's a few things that happens. I have, let's go in and then you'll see that I have on the pad a few things going here. There is reverb on there and there's a delay on there. So if I'm going to go in and mute both, you'll hear the kick. Obviously this kick consists of two kicks, as I said. So let's go in and first play that. So first it's the kick that acts as a top kick. Let's take this out and then you'll hear what I have. This one kick, which is on 111 level. And then I've got like a big subby extended 808 underneath it, you know, because I think that that will give a little bit of bottom end. So what I will do is put this on 111 is what I said. So both of them are working together. Funny enough, they don't really cancel each other out, so I've got a big kick going on now. So I'm liking that, yeah? So then I will go in to the pad, which is over here, yeah? I'll go in and first I'll put reverb on there, listen. And the reverb is rather bright, not too big. The timing is on 1.3 seconds. As you can hear, it will now drown out the sound. That's not what you want. So you want the transient to come through and have the reverb stop before the next kick is entering the place, which is cool. Room size, we can go a little bit. Nah, I like it where it was. 87%, yeah? So this is a ballpark. The mix, same thing. So now we got the size of the room, we got the timing of the room. What we want is also the level between the dry and the wet signal. If I will wash it out, I will only hear effect. So I'll go out, put the mix on. Something like 26. I was on 30, but I can even go back. I can hear it. Okay, nice one. Yeah, I like this. I'll go out. Then I will go to the second. Now that rumbling kind of rumble kick that everybody seems to use, I just put a delay on there. Same thing. Let's go in and see what happened. Okay, the dry wet's on 10. Well, the thing with this analog delay on the Akai is the more you put the dry wet up, the more it's going to make a balance between the dry and the wet signal, obviously, but it means that I'm on 36% and you can already hear that I'm losing a lot of the initial kick. So I will go back out, because what I want is the rumble. I can program it, but you know what? I will fiddle about with how it is, how it's working. And when you use delays in the tail of the delay, much of the dynamic of the delay has got to do with other sounds and other reverbs in the grand scheme of things, rather than just me putting sparse notes which will always play at the same value. I will just put a dry wet and I can mix it with the rest of my effects, if that makes any sense. Okay, so now we're going to put our delay back on again, our reverb back on. And that's our kick right there. So big, huge, works. Subwoofer in the club, nice. Speaker hugger material as we like it. With the hat again. Now this is a shaker hat. I deliberately use this because of the percussive nature of the transient, because you would want this transient to be short and audible, because when you play it with the right cymbal, you can hear that there's no transient on this particular sound. There is, it's just a 909 open hat, but this one is processed so heavily that when you can hear that it's compressed to the max, I didn't compress it, but obviously this is a compressed sound. You can hear that instead of just having a sharp attack and just rolling off like that, this one goes like v. So it's more of like a wavy kind of attack on there. So we want that whipped attack sound on top of that sound. Now, because I'm not using a bass line, so the Minitar is just there for cosmetics today, but I just want to have a big bass sound that's going to happen, that's going to help my kick. So let's take out the two hats and put the bass in like so. You can hear that this in itself is also a weird sound. So let's mute everything we've got right here. Let's put a track and solo where nothing plays. This is a tom, but at the same time it's got a tone in it, so it's distorted a little bit or overdriven a little bit, so it becomes more of a transient heavy kind of sound. So you hear that there's a tone, there's two sounds that you're hearing. You hear the letter T or D, maybe T, and then obviously there's this tail on the sound. Very important, because if I will go out now, you can hear what I meant with the delays on the kick. The delays on the kick are now going to have a song and dance with this bass note. So if the hats are playing, that's your low end that's going to boogie in the bottom with your two hats helping it out. Now you can just go and throw in different types of stuff. I'd like to add that you need the ABC sort of structure in what is important. So for me, what's very important if I'm listening to this kind of stuff, everything that I've just played extra with those sounds, that's a B category sound. You don't need it for your track to survive it, but this is something you need for this type of sound. Now I think I went in on my drums how I did it. Let's go in and see what we do with this sound that I have here. 2, 3, let's turn everything off. Let's go there. I'll just put it in a solo so you can hear it subsequent. What I will do is go in. This is an initialized sound, so there's nothing happening. What I'll do is one oscillator, I'll turn it up. Turn everything off. There's still reverb playing, which is good. I know that. Yeah, the reverb is playing over here, so let's go in here. Yeah, let's turn the reverb off. Which means here. And on track 6 there's also. So, there you go. Sound is dry. Dry as a bone. Nice. Let's see. Make sure that I'm cool. Okay, let's go in here with this. Yeah, okay, that's what we need. Yeah. Dry, as you can hear. Now, let's start to look at what waveform we would like. We'll go in for the saw on the first one. Similar for the second oscillator that's not playing. Open that up. And then detune it to the point where you think like, oh heavens, does it really need to be that detuned? Yes, it does. What we need is a little bit of noise. to give it a attack. And let's enter the sub oscillator as well. Nice. Now let's look at some envelopes. Nice. Shorten everything. Shorten everything. I've set it so that if I'm going to add something to the sound, I will have to just completely go past the point where it is, and then it will pick it up, which is cool, because if I do a transition, then my filter will not jump to something else. I will have to just find where it was, and then just pick it up from there, which is cool. So if you do a big drop and you build up your sound, you won't be left with your sound the way you saved it, which usually to me is low on the frequency content. So alright, so envelope generation here, which means that if I'm going down on the filter, it will become more percussive. Here, here, nice. Let's overdrive it a little bit, put the resonance up a little bit as well. Like so, resonance is well on 2, and now the multi-drive. Crank it up. It could be a little brighter. You can even put a little bit of feedback on there, but everything will become loud very fast. So, is this going to help us? I will put my decay down a little bit. The attack obviously is going to be completely to the left. Sustain level is on 3. Release is going to be on, what is it? 12. Yeah. Okay. Let's use a plate reverb. We'll put that oscillator, which is on 16, I'll put it on 8. Let's listen how it sounds on the beat. Nice one. Old school rave kind of vibe. Let's save it quick fast. Save. Save. There you go. Now we got our rave sound, which would work with our bass note here. 1, 2, 3 with the hats and claps. And of course, TV3. Now, obviously, this sound has evolved. It has evolved. It's been going from left to right, up and down. It's been going in different directions. This is my take on it. This is the way I used to do it, like in the early 90s. We're talking about Cubase on Atari ST. If you are from that era, you go back that far. So thanks for checking this out. Now, links to the equipment is noted in the fold below. Also, leave a comment if there's something that you would like to see or like to say. And if you want to join up, if you want to get closer to the vibe and you like what you have just witnessed, then a suggestion might be to just go and become a patron. Patron is connected to Discord, so we talk to each other about synth stuff, about modular stuff, about obviously what kind of gear to get for what kind of sound, how setups work, how you travel with it, about gas. Basically, we all suffer from it. So that is a thing. And links to the equipment is, as I just said, noted before below. Also the music on Bandcamp. Yeah. Now, you can also enlist on this channel. There's channel memberships, which is what YouTube is doing. So if you want to just join up there, I also connected the channel memberships to Discord, and the sounds that I am using are coming out of my sample and hold. No, I'm lying. No, those are the percussive helpers. On my Selfie store page, you can find all the sounds that I have created, most of the sounds that I'm using. So if you want to get a hold of those sounds, go and get that. Now, if not anything else, I will catch you on the other side of the screen next week on another video. Peace.